It makes me cry every time I think about it.
So sad.
Okay, we're live, by the way.
Oh, okay. But A Monster Calls, sad. But yes, hi
But
people.
fantastic, but really sad.
Yes.
I heard it's like the ending just tears people's hearts out.
I didn't believe people could cry in books until I read that one.
But it's such a delicate story too.
Yeah.
Like it's so delicate throughout, and I'm like, oh, like you could see like this sense of like childhood wonder and like the anger that the kid has. It's such a good read. And this is my first time reading anything by Patrick.
I highly recommend is it Sabriel or Sabriel?
Sabriel?
Yeah. Sabriel?
I've never read nothing from her either. I've never read nothing from him either.
He's really good. But it's like he tries a little bit of everything, so if you don't like something, don't write him off because he tries like he goes through different genres.
Oh, he does.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
So like if something doesn't work for you, don't write him off completely as an author because he kind of just does a little bit of everything.
That's cool. That's cool. An author who can do any genre.
Yeah.
But like I think also that some authors just kind of stay in their realm and then they just kind of perfect their space in that genre. But I like them when they kind of switch it up and make some adjustments.
Yeah, but sometimes an author, when they do go outside of their genre, it's not good.
Fair enough. Give them a chance. I don't know.
I mean, I give them a chance, but still, like, it's like, maybe
not
you should have
stick for everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I found it. Hold on. Yes. Okay. He does write a lot.
Yeah, there's a ton. The one I haven't read it yet, but I have it on my my TBR is More Than This.
Yeah, I see that. Hold on. I didn't. Whoa.
And The Knife of Never Letting Go. I've heard fantastic things.
He's 51. He's kind of cute. Okay.
He's 51? Wow. I literally thought he was younger than that.
I did too. I thought he was like 40.
Yo, did you guys know that today is Steve's birthday from Blue's Clues? He's 50 years old.
I know. I'm officially old. I'm old.
Yeah.
I'm old.
I cry every time I see that man. It's just
I seen that and I was like, what? He doesn't even look 50 either. So that's like crazy.
He's 50. I am old.
Yeah. Like that stuff like that makes you feel old. Like when I see those little things on Instagram, such and such Disney movie came out in 1995. I'm like, oh
my
God.
favorite Disney movie just had their anniversary. What was it? Don't Look Under the Bed. It was October 9th, 20 years ago, and I was like, I'm sorry, what?
I know.
It doesn't feel like it. Like I sent it to my brother, and he's like, "How is Toy Story older than me?" I'm like, I have no idea.
Right?
Like, because that was his favorite movie when we were kids, to the point where he broke the tape that we had, the VCR tape.
Oh, I did that with Lion King.
We had to do that. We had to buy it a couple times because my brother kept on breaking the original Toy Story one because he watched it so much.
That's funny that you mentioned that because I was watching this gamer play old. They were like 90s games. And one of the games was Lion King. And remember back when the games first started coming out, they didn't have like this auto save, right? Like you don't get a chance to go back to where you started. So she played, she died, and the game started over. And she's like, "What?" And people in the comments like, yes, we didn't have this growing up. Y'all got
I want to get back to playing.
Yeah, you had to like memorize what you were doing before you died because otherwise you're screwed.
Alicia, you say you wanted to do what with games?
I'm going to Greg's going to start doing some more stuff on his channel with the older games. So he found today on the PS2 the 101 Dalmatian game. And it was $10. I was like, we're buying it. I don't care. It's old, I know, but we're buying it.
Y'all should play the Rugrats game for PS2.
Rugrats had a
That's
game.
a good
There's
one.
wait.
Hold on.
When did Rugrats have a game, and how did I not know this?
Yeah, Rugrats they actually have multiple games, but they have one for the PS2, and you get to play as all the babies. So good. They also
the Bugs Life game.
Yeah, Rocket Power also has a game for the PS2.
Oh my god.
They're so. I mean, the graphics are like completely like you could tell that they're old graphics, but it's so much fun to play.
It looks so nostalgic. Okay, yep. Rugrats. I wish they just update them graphics and put them on the new games. That's all I ask. They don't even have to make a new game. Just update everything and have
just keep the
generations of how many. Like there's Red Dead Redemption, and there's like 6 of them. Like reboot one of these.
They've redone that game so many times.
I have an entire list of games that I want. Also, The Grinch is about to have a game. It comes out at the end of this month. I am all over that.
Which one? I saw he has a couple.
Let's see. It's the one on the Switch, because that's the only system I play. My husband has... What does Tom have? Babe, what is your game? A PS5.
Oh, 5. See, this one right here with Tommy, if I can get it, this first one right here, I had this one.
Oh, dang.
But they have like going to Paris. You could get it also on GameCube. Apparently they had one on GameCube also, which that's like old school too.
That was the first system I played on, I think. It was my friend's GameCube.
No, my first system was PlayStation. And I am currently playing the game I used to play on PlayStation, which is Crash Bandicoot.
I love it.
My game.
Nice.
I'm trying to find like which games are for me. I have what is the Disney one? What is it called?
Disney.
My brain. Hold on.
Not working.
No, not today.
The hamster in the cage not working.
Did y'all ever play like Tak and the Power of Juju?
Yes.
Yeah.
No. Was that on PlayStation?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
I had Dreamlight Valley, Super Mario Party.
You have Dreamlight Valley right now?
Mm-hmm. I haven't played it yet. I just got it on here.
I need to get that game.
You do. Go download it right now. I'll send you my card information. We need to get you on this game ASAP.
Love you too.
Yeah. So we're officially friends on Switch because I don't know why it reset all my people that I had on Switch.
That's okay.
That's why I was like, when you texted me that, I'm like, you're not a friend of mine already? Like, I was so confused.
Because I normally get like a little notification when people are on. And when I saw that, I think either Jamie or another friend of mine joined, I looked at my list. I'm like, why aren't you on here?
That's why I was, it took me a second. I was like, I thought I was.
That's right.
Yeah, I probably need to check on mine. Probably need to check on mine to make sure you're still on mine.
Yes. Because I was on, what was I on? I don't know. I'm playing like 4 different games and my brain can't keep up.
That's
also, I'm playing right now, and it creeps me out. I can't play it at night.
I want to play Goosebumps so bad.
It creeps me out. Goosebumps and Mario Mansion. What is it, Mario? No,
Luigi's Mansion?
Creeps me out. Those little rat thingies popping up everywhere. I can't. Hi, honey. What's the matter? Oh, you made me lunch. You don't like it. Thank you.
Hi, Tom.
Hi.
Oh, everyone says hi. He says hi. He's eating. He wants cereal.
I read a book today. I finished a book today, Bonnie, that I think you would love.
What did you read? Oh, before you answer that question, hold on.
Okay.
I had to say it back to myself so I wouldn't forget. Go.
Okay. The plot is Murder by V.M. Burns. It's a cozy.
That sounds
Never heard
That
of
sounds
it.
like an interesting.
It's the first in a series of, I think the last one just came out and there's 9 complete. And it is the cutest thing. It's a woman that owns a bookstore, but she also she's writing a book, so like the chapters are interspersed with like chapters of her book. It's the cutest. It's so cute.
That sounds interesting.
And she's got two dogs. One is named Snickers, and what's the other one?
Oh,
They're like food, and they're both like these really like black poodles. They're on the cover.
Oh.
They're really, really cute.
The first thing I
My
see
mom
is a
just got a
shady
puppy.
realtor turned up dead in her own backyard.
Yep. It's so good.
What?
It was only like 5 hours on audio. It's really short.
Okay.
Oh,
It's
wow.
really good. But she's writing like a historical mystery. So like the chapters of the actual book are interspersed with chapters of her book.
Mm.
Oh,
Okay.
that's very interesting.
Kind of like how the first couple romance book clubs book are. Like the books for
So, how many chapters are you gonna read in Daphne and Velma?
How many chapters?
I don't even know how many pages there are. I don't remember.
Is that on my quiz? Because I don't know.
I have to look. Hold on. I have
Okay,
my
so-
Kindle right here. Hold on.
I got my iPad. What's up, book nerds?
I know,
I have
right?
everything right here.
There's a lot here.
288. That's what Goodreads says. I literally just got an email saying I'm live on YouTube.
Yeah.
What? My email's slow.
So it looks like it's like 25 chapters, so it all depends
That's
on
not
how
bad.
quickly everybody wants to read it.
As far as I know, it's the last one that they wrote, so I don't know if we're wanting to savor it and just read a few chapters here and there, or I just want to figure out what happened to Shaggy. I want to know what happened to Shaggy.
So do we want to do like a 2 to 3 chapters so then we're not like speeding through it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with anything.
Which one is it? Is it the I just want to make sure I'm looking at the right one.
Buried Secrets.
Okay, I'm looking at the right one. Okay.
Yeah.
I bought it on my Kindle a while ago, so it took me a second to find it.
I wish they would have put it out on print because now my series is incomplete in physical form.
Agreed.
They do that a lot with cozy mysteries too.
It's so frustrating.
They did that with my friend's cozy mystery. It's 3 books. The first 2 are printed like physically. The third one they wouldn't print physically. That was only available on ebook. She just last year she got the rights back, so she printed them through her own publishing company. So they got new covers and everything this year.
Okay.
But it's just
it's not like they weren't making money off of them either, because those were like very popular.
It doesn't make sense.
Frustrating. Also, my Kindle app on my iPad has this like green tint to the pages, and I just love it.
Ooh.
Love it. It's like a mint green, and it gives pizzazz. And I am a physical book girly, but that just it makes it worth it.
I forgot to tell you both because you're both comic book people. My former professor is now in the new Marvel Voices bind up.
Ooh.
Dr. Sheena Howard. She's an
Ooh.
absolute genius. Like, and now she's writing Wonder Woman comics for Marvel. Like, she's
okay.
awesome. She's awesome.
Wonder Woman, though, that's dope.
That's awesome.
Speaking of Dr. Howard, this is actually one of her books. She sent it to me.
What is it?
Nina's Whisper.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's a cool cover.
It's available on Amazon, I believe.
Mm.
Ooh.
Send links. I'll check it out.
Yeah, and it's really short. Just be prepared. It's about a abusive same-sex relationship. How it slowly gets to that point of being abusive. That's why I haven't read it yet. Not that I don't want to. I just know it's
understandable.
Matters. But it's just really cool to see my professors like in the bookstores and stuff.
I love that.
She wrote a book about it's called Why Wakanda Matters. Like how important Black Panther is to different communities.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
whether it be culturally or race. Yes. Mm-hmm. Love it.
Yeah. She did, if I'm remembering correctly, she did her dissertation on how Black characters got erased from comics, like specifically in DC and Marvel, I believe.
Yes,
if I remember correctly.
Yes,
but her dissertation became a book. I'll have to send you the link.
Wait, her dissertation became a book?
Mm-hmm.
I would love the info.
I'll send you all her links because she's big into comics. Huh? She always was.
Okay.
She's fantastic.
And what's her name?
Sheena C. Howard.
Ow. So what have I been doing? So I read The Discovery of Witches.
And? What do you think?
I read the first book again because I read it last year and I wasn't vibing. But at the time I was so into like cozy murder mysteries that my brain was not processing half of it. So this time around I read it again and then I watched the series and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I think the series is better. In my
opinion.
Like I know
wholeheartedly.
As a person that's very weird to say, but I think the series is better.
I think you could really see that political intrigue.
Yeah.
In the series that I think the book does a good job explaining, but doesn't necessarily show. That makes sense. So I think it was I'm actually really proud of them for putting together the series so well. Because the book was good. The series I thought was great. Hey, honey. I just went ahead and shared the link with everybody. So if you see people pop in, it was my fault. Sorry.
It's all good.
And then what I'm currently reading is A Monster Calls. I Feed Her to the Beast. I
really want to hear
and the Beast is Me. I didn't know what the book was about. I saw the cover and said, okay, I'm sold.
Yeah, because the cover is gorgeous.
Oh my goodness. It's done so well. I'm going to talk all about it on the 19th on Courtney's channel because she wants me to come to her live. But it's good in a very, I don't know how to even describe it. It's like cursive writing. The language is like cursive. It's so eloquent. And they're in London, and she's a Black ballerina, and there's like this aura that's giving them the power to control other people, but no one knows what this creature wants. It's so crazy, and I didn't even know what I was getting myself into picking up the book because I didn't read the back. It's so creepy.
Wow!
But I love it, so good.
By the cover, it looks like it would be kind of like a Black Swan kind of creepiness.
That's the kind of vibe I got.
It's very much like if someone tickled the back of your neck and how you get a chill in your body.
Yeah.
That is the best description of that book.
Wow.
So
I gotta find this book.
That's how I feel about, even though it's not technically horror,
Which one?
What is it called? I'm reading it now, and my brain is just not
Computing.
Yes, it's been a very long day.
You're good. My brain feels like it's a Monday.
It does.
This one, The Undead Truth of Us.
Oh, I have that book. I mean, no, I have her other book. It's by Brittany Lewis.
Brittany S. Lewis, yes.
Yes. I have her another book by her, and
it just came out like a couple weeks ago. I got it too.
Of the characters
are sewn shut. Yeah.
What?
Whoever does her covers, oh my god! Like, can we just? This is her first book, but it's more about grief than scary stuff.
Oh,
but
okay.
it's fantastic. It's fantastic. It's basically a teenager dealing with a family member.
Well, I mean, like, grief in its own way could be super, super scary.
That's it.
Whoa.
It's her. Whoever does her covers is just, wow. I love it.
We can't hear you, Bonnie. You're muted.
It's fantastic.
I'm gonna need somebody to buddy read that one with me because I'll be terrified the whole
Just
time.
tell me when, because I have both of them.
Yeah.
So
if I can find it, I'll read it. It looks really good.
Because baby, the cover is terrifying. I have no idea what it's about. I love seeing these kind of covers and not knowing anything and just reading it. Oh
yeah,
my goodness!
Being totally surprised when you're reading.
I can see why people DNF'd it though, because people went into it thinking this one specifically, the undead truth of us. People are told that it's just zombies and they don't expect it to be grief. But so like I wanted you to go in with like the right expectations. I think you're gonna like it. I think you're gonna love it, honestly. But I just wanted you to go in with
read Hades too. So
yeah, I haven't read that yet either.
I'm gonna do that next month.
You're gonna read Hades next month?
Yeah.
Yes,
okay.
and she is supposed to be dropping her cover for her next villain book really, really soon.
How is she already on the next one?
How many more is she gonna write?
I don't know how many contract. I don't know how long her contract is with Disney, but she literally is. She said yesterday or today she's doing her final draft for her next book.
That's crazy.
And a cover reveal is supposed to be coming soon.
That's crazy. I feel like this woman is dropping books every couple of months. Wait, but aren't zombies being notorious for set? That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, Gods and Monsters. That explains it all. That statement right there. Gods and Monsters. By the way, I have yet to look at those books since I read that book.
Really?
Oh,
I
really?
refuse to give them eye contact.
Do you not want to finish them?
I don't know how to feel. I don't know if it was just like I don't know. I don't know how to feel. That's all I got. It started so high. Like, oh my God, I was enjoying it. It's like when you get on a roller coaster and the first kind of shifts and jumps is like, this is amazing. And you get to the end and then it's over. Like there's no
wow.
Just done. And
no in between or nothing. Wow.
So after I read the first one, everyone knows I don't read reviews and things like that. I read the reviews.
Are they good, bad, or just... Oh,
they were not good. There was one that I remembered that was
I'm so curious though.
I am too, but I refuse to go through that again. But the crazy thing is, one of the reviews was like, "What did I just read?" And I felt that.
Oh, I hate doing that in a book. Like, really? Like, what did I read?
That's how I felt.
Hello.
Hey Becky.
Hi.
My natural reaction to that book was exactly what I put in my video. I don't know how to feel. Wow. The girl is irritating.
That's
irritating. Jamie, you would read it, and the first time she irritates you, you'll be like, okay, she's a whiner. You'll read it again and be like, okay, now. And then you'll get to that third time and be like, okay, I'm done. I gave you 3 chances. You gotta go. Get out.
Oh, okay. One of those.
Yeah.
Some main characters like that.
I would be so
like,
happy with the book.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, I just got the info from you, Alicia.
Okay, it went through because I couldn't tell if it went through on my end. She's written so much, it's not even funny. Hi,
hello.
Hi, friends. My question for you is, what's one book that you've enjoyed so far this month that you're just like, this is what I needed?
This month?
Yep.
I gotta remember what I've read. Hold on. It's not like I've read a lot either.
I've read 3 books.
I've only finished
so
one
far
book
this month.
But I'm reading 4, if that counts.
So far this month, I've only read 3.
Wait, what was the last thing? Also, after this, I'm watching Don't Look Under the Bed so I could look at Larry Houdini. I looked him up. I didn't even know he was following my personal channel because I watched something he did. So he's following me. And I went to look at his pictures.
Yeah.
The man did not age.
Same with that the boy who played the human version of Casper. Holy shit.
Baddie.
Like, yes, please. He was hot back then. He's even hotter now. It's not fair.
Girl.
the only book that I've given 5 stars this month is a Bernstein's Bears book.
I love it.
That's awesome.
Literally.
I started reading the second book to My Fear Street, which is so fine. He got that Liddy thing. He is.
It's not.
I'm going to show you. You have to see how my husband is in the other room, but he is beautiful. He's beautiful. I will show you. But also, I started Goodnight Kiss 2, and it started off crazy. Stein better stop playing with me. This is what, if I ever meet this man, I'm going to sit him down and tell him.
I'm telling you, everything. He's either messing with your emotions, he wants you to beat the shit out of someone or something.
Okay, so hear me out.
Lucky Scroll Live. I'm only midway.
I read that. Did you watch the movie? It's pretty sick. Be prepared. Be prepared. It gets worse. I read it a couple months ago. Be prepared. She's the luckiest girl ain't that lucky.
I don't know. He has a tendency to either make you mad or he's like, you really want to know what's happening in his books. And he also leaves every book on a damn cliffhanger. And I'm like, why? Why?
Yes, every time. The one that I'm reading right now is Goodnight Kiss 2. The first one was about these vampires like competing against turning the people of the town. But now the second one is that we're coming back to the same beach town and they don't have a lot of people there.
Oh, okay.
So now they're feeding on the animals and it's creeping me out. Oh, I was going to watch the movie, but now I watched it on Netflix, baby. And I have nerve to watch it late. That's the problem. I'm watching things when I'm not in my right mindset. So take everything I say with a grain of salt, but it was a wild ride.
Jen's here.
Hey, Jen.
Hey, babes.
But it's not one that I've read so far, but I picked this up because I can't wait. But it's called The Good House by Tanana Reeve Dew.
That is
I've heard good things about
Jen
that.
is the one who recommended it to me too.
It's Tanana Reeve Dew can do no wrong in my book. Like I
I've
read what is it? His Soul to Keep. Oh my goodness. Like it was one of those books, and I mean it in the best way possible.
It destroyed you.
Yeah, but it made you think, and I'm just like, I couldn't pick anything up for like a week afterwards because I was like, but it was like book hangover.
You're reading. That's what it will do.
Like oh my god, like I read the prologue and I'm like, holy shit.
Honestly, Jamie, if you wait, I have enjoyed I Feed Her to the Beast, and the Beast is Me. Also, the Book of Israel, Gods and My.
Oh,
We don't have to talk. Because I'm
KJ's
also reading I Fear to the Beast, and I need somebody to talk to about it. It is.
I want to read it because it sounds really good.
It is. It's so chilling. That's all I can say. It's like it's a very chilling.
Is it Good House Scary?
Is it Good House
Jan?
From it's not. It's
suspenseful.
It's suspenseful. Like this isn't a spoiler, but like the house makes people do things.
Oh, okay.
And that's all I can say.
That's like
But there's something that happens in the prologue, and you're like, she doesn't hold your hand. Let me put it that way. You get thrown into shit, and you figure it out. I mean that in the best way possible.
Love it here.
But she is the queen of slow burns. Like
Yes.
she writes 500, 600, but they're worth it. They are worth it.
Suspenseful is a good word for it.
Yeah. It's just, but it's chilling. It's like living in an old house myself. I hear creaks and I'm like, oh shit. I live in an old house, so I'm like, oh shit.
I'm telling you, y'all need to watch that Fear Street. All the Fear Street movies on Netflix.
Did you see the new Goosebumps coming out tomorrow?
Yeah.
I can't wait.
I can't. I wouldn't call it scary. I wouldn't call it scary.
It's not scary. It's just
okay.
It feels like it's mostly like all in your head.
You'll know what I mean, but there's a scene in the beginning in a basement. And I have one of the steep staired basements, and I'm just like, nope.
Oh my
nope.
God, no.
Nope.
Okay,
but it's not like scary it's just it's real life scary.
Oh, that's terrifying. That's even worse.
Like
that's the worst ones.
Exactly.
Like, I think like when I think of scary, I think of The Exorcist because it still scares the shit out of me to this day.
When I think of scary, I think of like rent being doubled. Like terrifying.
There's a Thanksgiving horror movie?
Wait, what? Let me look this up.
What?
There's a Thanksgiving horror movie apparently.
Who thinks of horror during Thanksgiving? I'm only thinking about
people that don't like their families.
Bonnie watched the trailer for the Five Nights at Freddy's.
I watched it. I'm like, hell no. That's a huge
room
no
full of
for me.
nightmares. Just stay away.
Oh yeah.
You're not gonna like this one then, because the tagline is a fun, freaky, and creepy riff on 21st century new parenting anxieties.
Oh no, thank you. I'm good.
I'm interviewing the author at the end of the month, so I have it.
Basically, what happens is that this woman who's a voodoo lady messes around with an evil spirit, and her granddaughter pays the price.
Yep. It's some good. It's some good shit. But I didn't know what, because I just started it. I'm only in chapter 2, so I don't know like what's a spoiler, and what's not. Because
see, my niece wants to watch the new Five Nights at Freddy's movie, and I'm like, okay,
no, thank you.
That's your choice, not mine.
I'm good.
There's another scary movie that's coming out on Amazon, I think, Amazon Prime, where there's this girl and her family, her mom's friends all get killed when she was younger. And somehow this murderer pops back up, and in the process of chasing the daughter, she goes back in time. So now she's trying to save her parents, like her mom's friends, from dying to begin with. It's such a weird concept. But my sister sent it to me. We're going to watch it this weekend. I forget the name of it.
What's it called?
I don't know. Let me see. She sent me the link because we're doing pumpkin day. So we're going to get some pumpkins and we're going to carve them.
Yeah.
It's my first time carving pumpkins. So
really?
It's pretty exciting for me.
I love carving pumpkins.
And then we're going to watch a movie. My 12 and January daughter cannot wait to see. These are some strong kids.
I mean, if they've played the game, they know what they're in for.
Yeah.
I never played the game.
It's just weird to me. Like my friends, the first time I heard of Five Nights at Freddy's was my friend's 5-year-old kid that I was babysitting, and I looked at it, I'm like, not you can do it with your parents, but not with me in the house. No.
There's a lot of games that are
It
scary.
reminds me of like a scary Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
literally what it reminds me of.
The movie is called Totally Killer.
Totally Killer.
I'm gonna put that on my
Okay.
list.
So that we're watching this weekend. I'll let you know if it's trash or not. No, I'm just kidding.
You'll be honest about it.
I'm thinking of rewatching the new Haunted Mansion again because I need to
Again.
watch it.
Okay, so
I haven't watched it yet.
Me and Jamie watched it the same day. We text each other right after.
Yeah, it's so
I
good,
played.
Alicia.
Wait, so you've played? Oh, I could not.
I played, as far as the scary games I played when those were around, I played Slenderman. That was the only one I played.
I will not touch
I
that
played
with
Mario, the board where the fire pops out. That's what I played.
And the movie for Slenderman, weird. Very weird.
No. Does anyone remember that movie of Mario Brothers?
From the early 90s?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, the horrible one. Yeah.
I love it. It's so
bad, but I love it.
It was
Yeah.
beautiful. People make fun because I like it. They're like, it's so cheesy. I'm like, that's what's so beautiful.
Hey, sometimes the cheesy ones are the best ones.
Agreed. I'm that girl. Wait, I totally did not see all the comments because I was on the big screen piece and it doesn't show the comments. So all this time I thought I couldn't see the comments.
Oh no.
Awkward. What am I going to read next? So next on my list is Kiki's Delivery Service, which I'm starting next month. Then there's my other book club read that I have to start next month.
Look at this chunky thing. Look at it.
Ew.
My book club, and it's 700 pages. And then I have to read this. Because this is technically her first adult, and they think that going from YA to adult means add 300 more pages.
No.
Okay.
But what y'all need to do next year is read all small books. Since this year you've all read huge books.
Yeah.
I like reading big books, but
I do too. I go through phases when I want a thick book or a small book, but I'm normally somewhere between 300 and 500 pages.
Yeah, like even my friend who I do the book club with loves this author, Carrie Maniscalco, and she's like, 700 pages, that's long. I'm like, yeah.
No, you should see some of these thick books on this shelf over here, lady.
It's crazy.
This section right here alone
chunky books. I like chunky books.
Terrible.
I've been getting more into like my getting back into reading classics again.
Speaking of classics, did you finish A Vampire and an Interview? I'm messing up the name. I'm butchering it.
Interview with a Vampire?
Yes. Did you finish it?
Yes.
Did you watch the show?
The show is better than the book, in my opinion.
Holy Hannah Montana. Did you see my hair fall?
Yeah.
Well,
I read the
book. How do I explain it? The new series fixes some of the problems with the original work.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
Yes.
I personally but I grew up watching the original movie with Brad Pitt. Like, I love it.
From the covers, they make the two vampires look super hot. And the original with Tom Cruise, they don't look hot. They look disturbing.
I mean,
He looked like he's off his rocker.
Brad Pitt any day of the week. Yes, please.
The series, the guys who play the series.
Whoever plays Lestat is freaking phenomenal. Lestat, just fantastic.
Baddies. They had my attention. I'm just like.
Well, did you watch the whole thing?
In a day.
And that's only the first part of the book.
I know.
The first season's only part 1.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Because you still have, 4 other parts?
4 other parts in that book, and then there's, what is it?
2 or 3 more books. I don't know. I haven't read the other books.
There's 13 in the series. I only read the first 4.
I have not read any of.
I stopped at the first one because I couldn't keep reading on.
The hard part is the Claudia.
Hilarious.
The Claudia part was hard. It was gross.
Which part?
Did you read the books, Bonnie? Or the book? Okay, so I don't want to get you in trouble with YouTube.
Spoiler alert.
There were
Spoiler.
some parts.
They sexualize a 5-year-old, and it's just like she's not 5 in her head, but they turned her when she was 5. So
wait, is that the
Claudia character?
Got it.
They aged her up in the show. She's 5. She's
with
5
the one
in the book.
It was Kristen Dunst.
Yeah.
Got ill.
But she was like in the book. They aged up in the first one too. She was 5 years old in the book. So like they talk about like her. I'm just like, no, that's a 5-year-old body. Ew.
That's a child.
I think she has.
That's the only thing.
She wrote kid. I don't know why. It's kind of like Stephen King. They write kids in a very creepy way. She over sexualizes children. Too. Yeah. So with that werewolf book I was reading, there's a kid in there. He's 16, but he's over sexualized and he's 16. I'm like, this is wrong.
That's why I don't like her.
Yeah, the person who's going after the 16-year-old is in their 50s, and I'm like, this is wrong.
Gross.
Spoilers. Are you gonna read The Witching Hour? Because I highly don't recommend it because I hated it. Spoiler. This girl wants to have a child, and she knows that she's going to do things with her birth father. And she does. And it's just like no. Like I don't want to say the word so you don't get doesn't get taken down, but like it's just
gross.
And it's,
no,
and
thank you.
And it's detailed, and I'm just like, and she's literally I have a 12, like my friend's kid's 12. I'm like, ew, no, she's 12. I'm like, and the dad's in his 50s. I'm like, can we not, please?
Terrible.
No,
I just don't get.
It literally made me nauseous reading it. I was like, I'm never reading a book by her again.
And this is all in the series?
Because everything is interconnected. Later on in the Vampire Chronicles, the Mayfair witches meet Lestat.
Yeah.
No.
It's all like this really connected, like sort of MCU before the MCU way.
I'm not even hungry anymore. That's a no.
So like
it legit made me nauseous.
So it's kind of like Vampire Diaries. They eventually meet up with the originals, and then the originals have their own TV show and everything. It's kind of like that.
I didn't read that either.
But it's really
the
creepy.
Vampire Diaries. The Vampire Diaries doesn't go in the.
I'm an old lady, so I've read Buffy. Like, does that count?
Don't read the Vampire Diaries series.
Don't read it. Okay.
The books are garbage.
It's nothing like the TV series. They changed the name of the for the TV series. They changed the name because the name in the book of the town was stupid, and there's no Jeremy. And
that's like the most popular
at all in the books. In the books, there's no Jeremy, and in the books, Caroline is completely different from what she is in the series. Her name. She's completely different in the book than she is in the TV series, and Bonnie's not even a witch inside the books.
What is she in the book?
I know I don't remember, but she's not a witch, and it's sad. And I'm like, I'm glad they changed it for the TV series because the TV series is so much better. The whole thing about the Mayfair witches is they produce a breeding program. Ew.
They all sleep with the same person to make sure their bloodline is pure. So it's brother. This is my father, brother, uncle, cousin.
That's just
it's not a family tree. It's a branch.
Disturbing.
It's It's so gross.
Ew.
And I had to read it for a book club, and I'm like, I want to DNF this so bad. I want to DNF this so bad. It was so bad.
I would have.
Well, everyone else in the group DNF'd it, so I didn't want to leave Aaron by himself to do a book.
Well, I'm sorry. I probably would have just. I've been like,
so
I
bad.
can't. I'm to my limit. I'm sorry.
But it was just. It was.
I think
it was so hard to talk about too because like I didn't want his stuff to get demonetized, so it was like.
Yeah.
Like you're just like talking
if
around
I know the book, I would definitely put on that video, not for kids.
That's so true, Jen.
What?
So
The
true.
thing about Anne Rice is that she was really kind of not right. Yeah, for sure.
And that like she always it's the same type of character in each book, and they all have to be really, really young, attracted to 60-year-old men or women. Like I don't understand it. Like we're talking teenagers.
And don't nobody want to bang grandpa. Like, ew.
I think my problem too is I read Flowers in the Attic, then I jumped to Interview with the Vampire.
Flowers in the Attic by V.C. Andrews?
V.C. Andrews,
it's a horrible book.
I read it when I was like 17 and I shouldn't have.
Jeez. And who does that, creep?
I remember that.
Like, what is wrong with people?
Is it the same one that she got fired? Yeah.
Probably.
She got someone fired for writing fanfic. She found where they worked and got them fired.
The bad thing is everything is technically fanfic because you've heard the story somewhere along the line of anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a player hater.
She was awful.
I feel like that's the biggest compliment as a writer, because I write too. As a writer, I feel like that is the biggest compliment that I have been able to influence people with my work to the point that they
inspire someone
part of it. Yeah. That they want to be a part of it. So like when I hear about these authors taking offense to people having their own spin on it,
Cassandra Clare,
it just sounds like jealousy to me. Like, do you think they wrote it better and now you're mad? Like
that's probably it. Are you mad because they did a better version than you could ever do?
Right? Like, ew. I hate that. I really hate that.
I would embrace it and I would be like, so if I need help with something else, can I come to you to bounce ideas off of?
Or like, I think about like being in these positions to where you have created such a platform that people want to be involved.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of opportunity you can get to those young authors, the attention you can get, like you could literally foster their development, their talent. It's
right. Or you could be like, hey, I really like this fanfic. Put it at the end of my book because I think it's
right.
Awesome.
Like the opportunity and the relationships you could build with the people that are invested in the things that you create. And that has always been my thing as a creative is like, how can I put myself on, but also how can I bring other people with me? And it's hella weird to me when other people don't think that way.
Yeah.
It's like it's very selfish.
But yes, some authors have created fanfic.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
And that's the crazy part. No business being anti-fan fiction.
Yep.
She did. That's how she started.
Exactly.
That's how because of it, my whole friend group was reading that fanfic back in the day. And I didn't even know who she was.
People are crazy.
Oh, she's even worse. Even though I like the books. She's
She said what?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Horrible.
Even though I didn't find that out until after I got into her books. I still enjoy her books, but I don't agree with that at all.
What a player hater.
And she's one of those people that like gets mad at romance readers who like the romance in her books.
Oh my goodness. Reimagining.
I'm telling you, I mean, the majority of Disney is from Grimm fairy tales.
Yes.
Or he heard the stories.
Folklore, like the ridiculousness of people trying to claim something is theirs when it has been before you and will be long after you. Get over yourself. Double down a little sprinkle of the racism on top of that. I know. You gotta love it.
Well, do you know, like, her son is also someone that likes to step into a bunch of crap. Of
course. Because it trickle downs. Doesn't fall
let me just say Me Too movement at Comic-Cons. And that's all I'll say.
I would love that. I would just love it. Like when Going Red came on, when I first saw that movie, and they were talking about the creation of the boy band of the movie and how it was inspired by like NSYNC and Backstreet. I loved it. I ate it up.
Don't ruin Outlander for Becky. She's reading it. She said.
No, I'm not going to ruin it. I'm just saying I still enjoy the book. I just get mad.
Reading Outlander.
Oh, okay,
I just get really mad at people. Like I get mad. Like who cares if the people that are buying your books like the romance in your book? Like she wants to act like she's above romance writers. And that's what.
Don't put it in your book if you don't want people to read it.
Writers. What is so wrong?
What is so wrong for? Like, I don't understand it. Like,
don't put it in your book.
You shouldn't make that the main thing.
Eureka! Like
the romance between Claire and Jamie. That shouldn't be the main point of your book. And then she gets like she would go on people's like YouTube comments and say like, stop putting me in your favorite romances of the year. I'm not a romance author. I'm a literary fiction author. Like
you sound
she's one
like
of those.
a bitter crybaby. That's what you sound like. Like I remember those old NSYNC and B2K fan baby.
Yeah.
Yes. I cannot wait. I'm letting y'all know right now. I am starting a savings account.
I have one.
Tickets. Baby, I am front row. I don't care.
I know Eddie wants them too so bad.
I told Greg, I said I don't care how much they are. That
I
is
will
happening.
sell my left toe for a ticket.
I will sell my kidney.
I just want one more time, and I'm gonna be ready. Like how much explicit? Wow.
I mean,
you ain't wrong.
I mean, if you get the right person, they can turn anything into dirtiness. So
yeah, like Alicia.
I do, don't I? I do.
How about be glad your book made it to someone's top 5? That's true too.
She probably
that first book came out in 1992. Okay.
The sad thing is they get blown up so high that author high and everything. Their humbleness just goes away,
and it's sad. And honestly, whatever happened to like PR teams? That's why
Thank you.
Exist.
That's what I went to school for. Hire me for it.
What happened to you not having direct connection to your fans because of things like this? Like, that's the problem. Everyone wants to interconnect. I don't want to connect with you. Give me the work and I'll do my thing. You go about your day, ma'am.
Well, I mean, technically, they could say the same thing about Game of Thrones. It's not a romance, but there's a lot of sex in that book.
There's a lot of gross sex in that book. as someone who enjoys the books,
I never read them. I only watched the TV show.
I love you, George R. R. Martin, but you cannot write. You cannot write a spicy scene, sir. No.
Wait, I hate how some authors look down on romance, like trying to be a whole grown. I'm not like those girls. And what
literary fiction is better than everything else?
I'm gonna let y'all know right now. Y'all might not know this about me, but I am a lover girl. My husband is such a brat because I am such a lover girl. Like I love to love. So the fact that people are like proud to not experience love or want love as a part of their stories just gives me.
But to think they're better than that, like that, the people that enjoy the people that enjoy it are below you. Like I don't understand.
Like ew, how dare you be in love? It's like, I'm sorry, what?
but yet. They'll poo-poo romances, but yet they'll say Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice is their favorite book of all time because it's a classic. Where do you think the romance genre started from?
Just tell them to hold their breath and
Boom.
count to 100.
Girl, I mean, anything could be romantic. Look at the way Dracula went after fucking what's her face, Mina Harker.
Yes, exactly.
That was like stalker. That was legit stalker.
But I mean, like that could technically be a love story for someone.
Yeah, there's stalker romances.
And that's the thing. It's not, and this is something I talk a lot about as an author. It is not your responsibility to tell people how to consume your work. Different people have different perspectives, and they take what they want. You don't
once
get
it's out in the world, you have
that.
nothing to say over it.
I mean, you should just be glad someone's picking up your work to begin
Your
with.
raggedy
Like,
old ass book.
The first one is old.
I mean, they gave you the chance. Maybe you should be happy about it.
No, I'm wilding. Hold on.
You're fine.
Because, like, don't make me irritated. Because that I hate, and I don't use the word hate often, nor do I use it lightly.
Oh, Sheldon called him when he was drunk.
And all they can say is, I'm an author. Well, you're also an ass. Okay, so can we not laugh out loud right
I just don't think, like, I don't understand, like, why people have to make people feel lesser for enjoying things.
What was the Bonnie? Do you have a published book where baby never?
No.
Could never.
That would be amazing if we could get one.
I would love it.
Y'all read my book and you're gonna just see me in Word version. I literally just the chaotic mess continues on page. That's all. But if you want to read something I read,
I mean, I feel that way about my book.
But your book is fantastic.
Well, thank you.
I don't know what to tell you.
For some reason, I lost both of the emails that had both of your books. If you could resend them to me, that'd be
I can
please don't slide that in there. Why would you set me up like this?
I think you would be good at it.
Bonnie needs to start writing some Doctor Who fanfic.
How did I get here? How did I get here?
I want to read that. I want to read that. Bonnie Doctor Who fanfic. I want to read that.
How did this become a Bonnie Wright? How did we get here?
Oh, speaking of Doctor Who, I made it to, I don't know if you'll know off the top of your head, but the episode written by Neil Gaiman.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
One of my favorites so far. I haven't continued because I needed like a break, but I'm good.
Ooh, okay.
My book is
put it on Jamie.
My book is a sci-fi horror book.
With a touch of Disney.
So good.
It's sci-fi horror, and it doesn't just I don't trickle in my horror into my you right from the gate. It's jumping into it, so you're not surprised or nothing.
That's all you're gonna give them. Sell it.
What else do you want me to do? What else do you want me to say?
It's like the hottest day in a desert and someone splashed ice water on your face. That is her book.
Wow.
I'm very passionate about it. And this is my first sci-fi horror book ever. So yeah. You do
really?
What you will.
Yes, and Bonnie makes a cameo in my book.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully she's as nuts as the real version. I am writing multiple books, so don't ask me what my book is about because I have too many. So, there you go.
I'm working on some stuff, but nobody's seen it.
I can send it to anyone if they want. Just DM me your email on Instagram, and I can send it to you. I know I need to write some more.
Because I'm up to date.
I need to catch up. I'm behind.
I left my last part on a cliffhanger when you come in, so I'm like, I need to write so I don't leave you off on a cliffhanger.
And I just want to pop you in the middle of your forehead for doing that to me because I read it at night. Every time she sends me a chapter, I go back and start over. And
yeah,
the same thing.
This last part that I wrote, like right when you come in, some crazy stuff is like going down and everything with Thor and Malia. So like, yeah. And then I just leave it off with you saying, we got to get this shit done.
Because that's me. Oh my God.
I'm so excited.
Ooh, cool.
So you're just gonna keep that in your
Wow.
pocket and not let us know or send us info?
I know Kay and I have
Annoying.
talked about like editing for each other,
Where's the
but we
link?
haven't talked about it in a while.
Where's the link? Send us the link.
I still haven't sent you my stuff that I'm
Where's
still
the
working on.
links? I don't care about none of this. Where them links at? That's all I care about. I want to read.
I'm working on a cozy mystery right now.
All this behind me is this won't even be here. I will prioritize your someone else send me their fanfic. I'm not gonna say who, but I read it in 2 days, all of it.
Yeah.
And I went back in years, baby. Send me them links.
It was so good.
Hey, I bet you it's good, Jen.
Send it to me.
I bet you it's good.
Send it to me. Okay, since
I'll
everybody's
read
sharing,
it.
I guess I could. Well, send me that paragraph.
Hey, a paragraph is a paragraph. I literally sent Bonnie and Alicia like two paragraphs.
Send it
Yeah.
over. Send it
So
over. Baby, I will sit there and read as you write. I don't care. I literally used to do that for a class where we had to all be in the same doc and write. And I just sit there reading it. I never wrote anything. I'm just like, oh, girl, that's good. Keep going. I'm proud of you. I will be your biggest cheerleader, just so you know. I am writing. I got a lot of stories in my head, so I'm writing multiple at a time. But one of them is a sisterly story, right? Because I'm the oldest and I'm close to my sisters, but it's called I Wish a Demon Would. So it is a fantasy and it's super fun and super wild and chaotic. And it's very much written by me. So there's that. And it has all kinds of creatures and beings in it. And it's great. But I'm also writing a thriller. So there you go.
I mean, either one of your books sound like just, I don't know, like your thriller one is like so
Your
like
thriller one was like, holy shit.
It's spicy.
Yeah, like I'm on the edge of the seat. I need to know what happens. Like, you need to tell me now or I'm gonna lose my damn mind.
I made the mistake of sending it to my mom, and the next day I had like a bunch of text from her. So I text her back and I'm like, what's up? She's like, where's the rest of it? And I was like, that's right. I got She's like, you need to finish it.
Yeah.
I know. When I was reading your thriller, I'm like, I'm sorry, like I need it now. Like, forget everything that's on my TBR or anything. I need it now.
It's fun though. It's a fun one. It's nothing. And
your sister one, your sister book sounds like just it sounds like it's a book that can be read for all ages.
And that's my goal. Like I want anyone to read it and take something from it. But that's the hard part because I'm like, is this YA? Is this adult A or whatever? Yeah. The genres conflict me.
I'm having that problem myself as I'm trying to figure out if I should age down my characters and make it like a YA. Like not get rid of the story, but like tweak it.
Like your sister one, I think could be in the middle of like a higher middle grade but lower YA.
Yeah.
Right in that genre.
Like a Rick Riordan.
Right? Because I don't want it to be too I don't know. I don't want it to be lowered to the point where some of the concepts are like, oh, it's just kiddie. Like that's immaturity. I really want it to be like, this is not an immature thing. This is a character issue.
Please write the Willy Wonka because I don't want to see it. I don't want to see the new one that's coming out. Please write a good Willy Wonka.
Me neither.
Wait,
I don't either.
Too many ideas. I also have.
Kay, I want to read it. Please write it. Even if you just send it to me, I want to read it. Please.
Right? It's like please. Just write it down. Just write it down.
Right? The ages is so complex to especially my story, because I want it to be about young, but not too young to where a lot of their decisions is blamed on their age and not necessarily
immaturity.
Right? Like, because when you're young, everything's like, oh, you're young, you'll learn. But I really want it to be like, this is a character flaw. Like, this is their character traits. So
I need to read it, Kay. Please send it to me.
I would love that.
Yes,
That's why I
yes.
love
I
her.
would love to
So
read that. But I think your YA would be perfect for like, because you were thinking like kind of like in a school type of thing. So if they're like in a like a not like a high school, but like kind of like
middle
a
grade.
freshman or something like that would be totally perfect for that.
Right? Ugh, the decision. My thriller makes me anxious, so I don't write a lot.
But it's so
Yours
good. I want you to finish
It's
it.
yes.
Oh man.
I'm not trying to pressure you, but I just want to read the
I
rest of
need
it.
it, so I'll actually write.
I want to read the rest of
Feel
it.
that. I literally need to like just make a day where I'm writing because
Maybe we'll do sprints of just writing because we need to
I'm
write.
in. I'm in. 'Cause
I feel
I
that.
haven't touched anything in months,
Same.
writing wise. Just because life has been lifing.
Yay!
Please, yay!
I'm so easily distracted with writing, so anyone who can force me to write, it's so great. So please do. Because
Yeah,
my
I
thing
feel
is,
that.
I have to. My characters are so personal. Like I want to see vision, be able. These people are tangible people, and when I get stuck in that, it's hard for me to write the actual storyline.
Yes, Jen, I'm familiar with NaNoWriMo. I just don't want to put that pressure on myself.
Yeah, I've considered doing it this year, but some of them
I
expectations.
participated lightly. Like I didn't reach the goal that they set, but like I was like, I just want to outline it, or I just want to get to this point for myself.
Yeah, like I don't want to put the pressure on myself, and also like a lot of times when I am writing, it's things that have been just popping up in my head. Like I don't consistently write everything down. Like if I think it's really good, I was like, yeah, I got to write it down. But I also, my problem too, when I'm writing it, I'll read it out loud to make it sound like it's like sound good, I guess.
Yeah. Like the romance I'm writing right now is heavily inspired by my husband. So I literally will say, babe, say this. And he'll say, I'll be like, I don't like that. So like I have to like bounce ideas off of people.
Yeah.
Are we bad?
I totally feel that.
I don't know. Possibly. I don't even know how we got here. We started off with books, movies, games. Come to Jamie's lives and you get a little bit of everything.
I know, right?
Who knows? Well, we are going to have to do a sprint of writing. One of these days, we'll do it.
Yeah.
Hopefully soon, so I can actually get some work done.
Yeah. It's been a long time since I've touched anything. I still have it all. I just haven't touched it in a while.
Oh my goodness.
I have one.
When I get stuck with one story, I just go to the next one. Terrible. That's why I'm done. I got 4 started stories and none of them done.
I'm working on 2 separate ones.
Wait, what's the other one? You holding out on me?
Me? I want to do like I don't know, like I want to work on a YA, like focusing on kids with disabilities.
Love that.
Because I want the representation that I wish I saw in books.
Yes.
Like again, it's just an idea floating in my head. I haven't written anything down for it yet, but I'm trying to figure out how to do it.
I love that. One of the stories that is on my sticky note is a romance about an adult with autism. Yeah. We see a lot of representation. Correction. There is more representation, but I feel like it's teens and
little
babies.
Kids. Yeah.
Not necessarily adults. And I would love, I'm still doing research, which is why I haven't started, but I would love more content of adults with autism.
Mm-hmm. That's my biggest thing is like, I want there to be like, you can have the disability, but it doesn't have to define you.
Yes.
Because I didn't figure that out until I was in college.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And you'll be surprised at how many people deal with things that you can't necessarily always see, right? Like not physical. Yeah. I think that's why I kind of gravitated to the Brown sisters storyline.
Yeah. Especially with the pain representation was fantastic. And that's one thing, like I will give Rebecca Yaros credit. She wrote disability rep correctly.
Mm-hmm.
You could definitely tell she did research, or she knows somebody who has this, because she did it correctly.
Yeah.
And there's specifically a scene in here that I had to stop, and it's not a spoiler, but someone wanted to protect her from doing something, and it was like, I might be fragile, but I'm not gonna break.
Yeah. He
Being
was like
fragile,
he was like, you're glass. You need to stay here and be pristine.
He treated her like a doll, and I was like, and I don't remember the exact words, but I remember having that conversation with someone when I was in that age range. Like, I'm not gonna break.
Yeah,
things have to be different for me. Like, absolutely, I have to do things differently, but that doesn't mean that I'm fragile.
I love that, because I tell my husband all the time, I am fragile, I am dainty, I am a delicate flower, and he'd be like, "Girl, get off the floor." We all have those moments. No, and I think what's really important is that the more it's normalized, the more that we can have open discussion and dialogue about it, and it not be something that's like uncomfortable, right? And that's what I want to do with my stories. Like, a lot of the times when I'm reading, I'm like, this is a good concept. Okay, I loved what they said. Okay, I love how they developed this without it being force-fed to you, right? Like, there's so many times that we read about things and it comes off like a science book. Like, we're going to talk about.
See, that's my biggest problem. Is because CP is such a wide spectrum, cerebral palsy is such a wide spectrum, that I want to explain it correctly for somebody, but not come off technical.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm struggling with personally with writing.
Are we talking about children here? I'm so lost.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like your puppies or something. Okay, so we got the kiddos. I'm going to have kids one day. They're going to Jamie's house after I have them, but as long as they're out, I want to make a story. Girly girl still is so bad. Yes. Yes.
I mean, you can do it. You can do it.
Do.
I'm so sick of this narrative that because you're a girly girl, because you
need to be protected.
Yes. Like, oh my goodness. Yes.
And I feel like from my experience personally, I feel like people were extra hard with me with that because of the disability. Like, they tried to shield, and I'm like, I'm still going to go through shit. Oh, poor baby.
I am a mess. Just ignore me.
Oh my goodness.
8 and 13, because I'm a girly girl, but tough is. Hello, how we doing?
How many siblings
do you have today? Wait till you see me outside. You're like, who is this?
Kay and I have had conversations about being like the oldest in our families, and
yes.
Yeah.
Like, you guys see me like a t-shirt and like my hair all over my head. That's because I don't care. But when it's time to go outside, whole nother person. Whole nother person. I love this. This was great.
This was fun.
This was fun. Okay, Jamie, go on.
You basically got to see what we talk about offline online.
True.
Pretty much.
This is just our hangout. This is what we do. I have 3 siblings.
You can definitely tell you're the oldest by how you talk sometimes. And I don't mean that in like a bad way.
Me?
No, Kay. Kay and I have talked about being the oldest sibling, and
yeah, it's 10 of us, so mahalo.
I could not picture 10 of my family. We would.
You met most of them. You see.
But that's the funny thing. I just fell in the group. Like, they didn't even care. They were like, "Sit your butt down." I'm like, all right.
It's just the system. You hop in and do your part.
Yeah, exactly.
I have 8 siblings, and not a single one of my 8 siblings are like. We're all from different moms and dads, so I don't have one that's like from the exact same dad or exact. It's crazy.
My dad wild over here.
My dad was a man whore. It's so sad.
Wait, plus cousins who lived with us at times. I found out, so it's shocking that I have.
Same.
See, and here's the thing: everyone makes fun because they're like, you don't have kids because of all the siblings you had. I was like, no, I don't have kids because they would tear up my books. Like, I need them to be responsible and not tear up my books.
They're not going to be responsible.
No, Bonnie, I feel that because like, when Sebastian picks up a specific book, I'm like, no.
This is gonna be the like my nephew when he was younger. My sister didn't want to be the mom that yelled or screamed and scared the baby, so she would make a face. So as he got older, he started to make the face back at her. So
God,
she'll do this. So when he was younger, he'll be like. So for a long time, people were like, "Why is he making that face?" She's like,
God.
He's just telling you it's a no-no. That's a no-no.
Hey,
Sebastian,
Sebastian
will shake his finger and he'll go, no.
Oh, you're so adorable. I'm gonna come on here and tell y'all I'm pregnant, and everybody's gonna have to take turns babysitting. So I'm gonna need y'all to figure that out.
Hey, I've got a free house.
Hey, we'll do it. We'll figure it out.
You can read them a bedtime story. Wait, my kids know not to mess up my books, but oh no.
No.
Yeah.
Break my heart. I can't. For my mom, I think. Woo. Oh man. Scandalous.
My grandpa, his mom had 19 kids.
Oh my goodness. Wait, so they tore up all your stuff and then got older and said they want their own?
Yeah.
You can have your own. I'll buy you your own if you don't touch mine.
Jen, I just feel like my kids would be drinking soda and hanging out with you and then coming back home and telling me all the crazy stories.
And doing that like
right?
That time the demented laugh that they do.
Yeah.
Jen knows exactly which one I'm talking about. The little.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh no.
Okay, my last question before I go and watch Don't Look Under the Bed. What is one of your favorite creepy Halloween themed movies? And it doesn't have to be scary because we all know I don't do scary. I do Disney Channel creepy.
Creepy? It's not. I don't think mine is considered an actual Halloween movie though.
What is it?
It's Fallen with Denzel Washington.
Fallen.
It's from 1998, and the devil as an entity travels from person to person.
Good.
I'm gonna have to.
I love
I feel like I've seen it, but
it's so good.
Familiar.
It's Denzel Washington, John Goodman, and one of the southern.
I think I know what you're talking about. I may need to rewatch it.
You don't want to know one.
It's fantastic.
I got twitches.
You don't
I made Tom watch Halloween Town and Halloween Town 2.
Greg's never watched it, and I made him watch them.
You don't want to know mine.
Jamie, I sleep tonight, so don't say nothing crazy.
Actually, no, it's not it. I used to be terrified of it.
It scares the shit out of me.
I was terrified of clowns until I went to this carnival and I kicked the clown in the nuts and realized it was just a dude in a costume.
Scooby-Doo.
But growing up, growing up, my go-to scary movie that I would watch was Nightmare on Elm Street. When I got into high school, it was Saw.
You're nuts.
My favorite.
You didn't want to know.
My favorite witch one was what is it called? Practical Magic. I love it to this day.
I saw it for the first time last year.
I love it so much.
My friend was like, "Have you ever seen?" Because we do an autumn list of things.
Yeah.
So pumpkin carving is one of them, but that was one of the movies she told me to watch last year, and I just adore it because I'm more of a Witches at Eastwick kind of girl.
That is a favorite.
Love that one. The Death Becomes Her with
Meryl Streep.
Goldie Hawn.
Killer
And
Clowns
Goldie
from
Hawn.
Outer Space.
Never seen it, and I've seen the
I
cover.
watched that as an adult.
Scares me, terrifying.
I had to watch it as an adult. So
And
the
I like
movie that terrified me, absolutely terrified me as a child, was The Ring. After I watched that movie, after I watched the movie, I had to sleep with my mom for about a month, and I was in junior high when I watched that movie.
A lot of the scary movies in the early 2000s I never watched. I only watched the movies that made parodies out of them. So like scary movies. I never saw any of the movies they parodied. I just like saw Scary Movie 1, 2, 3. Like I didn't see any of the originals.
Wow.
So everyone's like, you should go watch the original. I'm like, no, I'm okay.
I gotta hop off.
Okay. Bye.
Have a good night.
Roll out. Okay. Well.
Yeah, I got book club in 9 minutes.
Oh geez. Okay. Yeah, because we totally were supposed to be off here like 30 minutes ago.
It's okay.
Like,
yeah, I know.
It's okay.
Sorry.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Well, Jamie, don't you gotta cook dinner anyway?
No, we actually had an early dinner tonight.
Oh, nice. Sweet. Well, I still got 10 minutes, so I don't mind hanging. I saw Twitches. Has anyone ever seen the movie Can of Worms?
I believe so, yeah.
It's like a Disney movie, and I saw it that it was on Disney Plus. I might go back and watch it because I feel like I've seen it, but I feel like it's one of those early.
Yeah,
Disney movies.
I think I might have watched it as a kid.
Right?
Like, I mean, on top of like, you can watch any of the Goosebumps movies too for Halloween, like the old '90s Goosebumps.
I binged it off Netflix last year, and it still gives me the creeps. So, never doing that.
Yeah, the episodes or the movies with Slappy, the '90s ones. Oh,
no, absolutely not. I feel like he was creepier in the '90s ones.
Yes, but like I mean,
it's Jack Black.
Yeah, and but his laugh he does for Slappy.
Creepy.
It's like, where'd you come up with that?
I love me some Jack Black. Like he is like, but he just joys my heart. So when he did that, I was like, what?
I know. When I found out he was gonna play Stein, I'm like, I need to see this. Like, is he gonna make him goofy or is he gonna be creepy about it?
It was very sinister. Also, I made my dad-in-law watch it too, and he loved it. Did y'all ever watch The Nightmare Room? Slappy was a nightmare. I was scared. Oh, no, ventriloquist, absolutely not. When I think about all of the like Goosebumps shows, it was the one where the picture with the camera.
Oh yeah.
And then the one where the mask got stuck on her, like it just wouldn't come off.
Yeah, Haunted Mask.
Yeah, no, never again. Baby.
The second one, if you read the second book, so the boys that were making fun of her in the first one, they end up finding the shop, and one of the boys gets a mask like Carly had in the first one, and then he doesn't believe her that it made her go crazy and everything, and like he was practically dying because it made him turn into an old man. Literally.
Be careful. Don't be a bully or you'll be old. That's terrible. Terrible. No, that's one thing I loved about, because me and Tom was talking about this while we were watching Halloween Town. One thing I love about the early 2000s and late 90s is that you were so consumed in being just a kid. And like, if you notice, wait, what?
I watched it, Jen. I watched it all the time, Jen. All the time.
Creepy skeleton laughed.
Yeah.
It came on at night.
Yeah, I watched it all. I watched it with my mom and my stepdad every night. I got to stay up and watch it.
Ew. Ew. Oh, I could hear his laugh right now.
Right?
Why is that nostalgic? I'm gonna have to watch this.
Yeah.
What was fun about Goosebumps and going back and watching it and realizing how many of the child stars became like really big actors.
Right? Like, okay, I've been rewatching X-Files, and I came across the episode one of the episodes where Jack Black was in it. I'm like, whoa! I totally forgot he was in that TV series. I'm like, wow, that's crazy.
Up out of nowhere, like, who brought you here? You weren't here when I was watching this before. I used to stay up and watch. Oh no, see, you crazy.
Yep. I also used to watch Beyond Belief with the guy who played Riker from Star Trek.
Yep.
Loved that show.
I cannot deal with the introduction to Twilight Zone because my uncle literally watched it every single night, and it was so loud, as well as the intro to X-Files. Can't do it. Terrible. No wonder I was such a spook, like so scared when I was young. Hence me.
Right? I mean, because they during the 80s and 90s, they're like, we're gonna push all this horror and you guys are gonna like it.
And it was like mental manipulation, not just like, oh, somebody died.
And they made it, no, they made it where you think about it. Like you're sitting there thinking about it. It's not like nowadays. Like the first time I watched The Exorcist, oh my God, I was like, is this gonna happen to me?
Yep.
Like I would lay in bed and be like, is this gonna happen to me? What is going on? What is gonna happen? What's going on? It was
but no, the one movie that I don't consider to be a horror, even though it's under the horror category. I've watched Carrie 1,000 times.
Oh, and for some reason, all of his movies.
It just doesn't give me horror. It just gives me the bullies got payback, except for that one teacher, which I was kind of mad she died, but that was it.
All his movies. Yeah, all his movies are considered horror. Like, I mean, The Shining, I can kind of get.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Sleep, horrible. Don't read it. Don't watch it. Horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Dreamcatcher was just disgusting and creepy.
Ew.
Ghost Ship, weird.
I saw like a part of Ghost Ship, and that's when everyone, I think, initially died, and I cut it off.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it.
Yeah, it was. The ending was the most stupidest ending ever, and you're like, I watched all this for that? Really?
I heard it was because horror was cheaper to make and easier to get green light. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Hey, let's hurry up and get this out of here.
Did you watch the original Carrie though with John Travolta? That's my favorite.
You had that Farrah Fawcett do? Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's my favorite one.
I can't believe that was him.
I know, right?
He's one of those.
But it's like with Johnny Depp. Nobody realizes Johnny Depp's first movie was Nightmare on Elm Street. The very first Nightmare on Elm Street. They're like, that's not him. I'm like, no, literally, it's him. Like, go in. Yeah.
I would never go back and watch it, but I know that's him from when I first saw it. I went to a cabin with friends. We were in the middle of nowhere, and all they wanted to do was watch Freddy Krueger. And I was like, I'm terribly, terribly afraid of Freddy Krueger.
Why didn't they watch Jason?
No, they watched all of the Freddy Krueger movies, and I was like, I want to go home.
Yeah.
We were like 6 hours away from home in the middle of nowhere. I was like, if I die, nobody will know.
I grew up like my mom tried to introduce me to all the horror to like early on because she didn't want me scared of it. Because I don't know why. For some reason, the first time my dad put Michael Jackson's Thriller on, scared the living hell out of me as a kid. It scared me. It wasn't the zombies. It was at the end when Michael changed.
Yeah.
Scared the living shit out of me.
And
I don't know why. Yeah. So my mom, she's like, well, I'm going to slowly but surely make Jamie start watching these movies so she doesn't get scared. And now, like, I watch them and I'm like, this ain't nothing. What the hell?
That's so crazy. I used to love that video. I was like, this lit. Terrible.
Yeah, like okay, afterwards when I actually watched it, I was like, why was I scared of this?
Mm-hmm.
What's so scary about this?
It's been so long since I watched some of that stuff. I should probably go back. I couldn't listen to the song in the dark. See, you ain't alone. You ain't alone. Is it 8:30? It's 8:31. Well, I gotta go.
Yeah, I gotta wrap it up.
Okay. Well,
Fillers was creepy, but I think it was because I was.
that'll do it. That'll do it.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Well, this was fun. We should totally do this again
Yes.
on your channel. I had a great time.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm more. I think. What? Hold on. We were supposed to play trivia, but we got all caught up.
we just talked for an hour and a half.
Right, it's all good. I think either the 23rd or the 25th, I'm going to be doing reading sprints.
Okay. Well, in that case, you all heard the lady. Some reading sprints coming soon. I'll most likely be here. I don't know what else I'm doing. I ain't doing nothing on my channel until I'm done watching all my movies.
Right. Thanks for joining y'all. It was very fun. Just chatting and hanging out.
Sweet. I'll see you next time.
Yeah. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Right here, I think that you should get away with it.